I'm Anil Kumar, and here is the last section of the test paper of Riot. Grade 10, it's on similar triangles and trigonometry. The question here is, fully explain how to choose which primary trigonometric ratio to use. The student has answered perfectly. Let us discuss this answer in greater details. So the question before us is, fully explain how to choose which primary trigonometric ratio to use. Now we are talking about primary trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine, and tan theta, right? So these are the three primary trigonometric ratios, and we are considering a right triangle, right? So that is kind of important to always look into. Let us say the triangle for us is triangle ABC with right angles at angle B. Now the question here is, we need to explain how to choose which primary trigonometric ratio to use, right? So now first you should understand that we are always talking about a right triangle. And then to use trigonometric ratio, our abbreviation SOHCAHTOA is very helpful. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent side. Now you should know that to solve a triangle using trigonometric ratios, we should have information of at least two pieces. Right? That means we already know that angle is 90 degrees. We should know either two sides or we should know side and an angle, right? Once we have information of two pieces, then we can figure out which trigonometric ratio should we use. Let us say that we have opposite side and hypotenuse, then sine should be used. If we know adjacent side and hypotenuse, cosine is the right choice. And if we know opposite and adjacent side, then we should go with tan. So that is one way of looking into it. The other way is, which angle do we know, right? If we know one of these angles, and then we have to see which side relative to this angle. So if this angle we are given the side opposite, then we are talking about sine, right? Of that angle. In this case it is A, right? In case we know the angle C and the side adjacent to it, so adjacent and this, we are talking about cosine. Do you see that? So then it gives us cosine, because cosine can solve, we can get the hypotenuse, and we already know this angle also, since this angle will be 90 minus the given angle, correct? But anyway, the idea is we are trying to solve a right triangle, and to make the right choice we should have information about at least two pieces. Depending on which two pieces are given to us, we can figure out which primary trigonometric ratio we should use, and that comes from SOHCAHTOA. We can use sine if we have information about opposite side and hypotenuse. We can use cosine if we know about adjacent and hypotenuse, and tan when we know about opposite and adjacent. So when I say opposite, then if you are looking from this angle, then that side is opposite. Do you understand? And this side is adjacent, and that is our hypotenuse, which is opposite to 90 degrees. I hope that helps to understand how to explain this part. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope you have enjoyed this journey with me. One more question to go, and I think that will add a lot of knowledge and information to you about similar triangles and trigonometry. Thank you and all the best.